hot takes here.
Yeah, which order?
Hot take.
You have a hot take, right?
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah,
So
let's hear yours first. Newcomer.
Let's hear it.
So, I don't want to preface the word Europe, so I'm going to leave it to Europa and Champions League, but I do not believe Barcelona make Europa League or Champions League next season.
Wow. Or Conference League. Chumi.
I'm hesitant to put Conference League in there, but...
Wallahi, bro.
I mean, some people won't even say it's a hot take, but I mean, goodness, it's not looking good.
What place are they now? Like ninth?
They are in 8th place right now. And,
They're not making Conference League.
and I'm looking... Recent results, 2-2 versus Osasuna, 1-0 loss to Betis.
They got beat by Boca Juniors in the friendly cup.
Well, that's, I mean...
Obviously, it's not the league game. It's not important, but it's just like...
Time to wave the red flag.
You're Barcelona. How are you
The
not
red
beating
flag?
Boca
You mean
Juniors?
the white flag?
Oh, the conceding?
If I'm
Yeah, that's the white
Giving
flag.
up?
if I'm Frankie de Jong, I'm leaving as soon as I
The
can.
city want him, bro.
I mean, and just the big thing for me, like I know they have no money, but they're just it's such like a mid-table mentality right now. Like
I see him going to
You
Bayern.
were-
Oh, yeah. Totally. They're like in the same boat as Arsenal.
you were talking about this earlier. Like they're linked with just so many like Alexis Sanchez on loan. That's
You're lying.
Yeah, that was in the
Alexis Sanchez on loan?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy can barely run. He's like 40.
I didn't even know he still played.
That's something.
Yeah, he scored a
But
bunch.
that is something a mid-table team does. They'll go after an old player like that. I mean, they're just desperate
lost
now.
Aguero.
Give me the jersey
No,
money.
the fact that
Give me
they
the
signed
jersey
Aguero
money.
is just, I mean...
They lost
It's
Aguero.
sad. Yeah, it's
Exactly,
so
he's
lost.
retired, exactly.
So that's exactly why they should buy Aubameyang to be Aguero's replacement. I feel like it's an equivalent.
And the
of,
mix in
you know.
that team is not working. It's so much inexperience mixed with just
What do you
old
mean?
players.
Dude,
I mean,
Xavi's revolutionized the club already.
There's like... they have like 8 players in their starting lineup that have... This is their first year playing in the senior team. It's like ridiculous.
I don't think Xavi's a bad manager, but I mean, what he's working with right now.
It's I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Like,
It's horrendous.
it's
You know what I'm
I
scared
mean,
for?
Danny
it's a
Alves
fire.
on a free. I mean,
No, that's just for the younger players. He's just for the younger players.
but he's is he gonna play? Yeah,
He
Yeah,
played
He
against
played
Boca
against Boca
Juniors.
Juniors, but it's a friendly.
yeah.
but I think
Didn't he play decent?
He's gonna play more.
He played good apparently.
He played
yeah.
decent.
He played good.
Um,
Oh, he's a good player. He
Did you
just
see?
I think he's like the reason he's there is like Conrad had said is
Just
for the young players.
to whip Serginho Dest into shape.
I mean, I think
Bayern will take Serginho Dest halfway.
Okay.
they will. He's linked. Xavi doesn't want him apparently.
Good.
We'll take him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean,
Pavard's useless.
Pavard is literally useless.
One goal wonder.
He thinks he can recreate his World Cup goal every game.
Every game.
I mean, until
There's 2 ollies a game. minimum.
until the financial situation's sorted out, it's a mess. I mean, you're linked with old
That's
players.
gonna be years.
Old players on loan. I mean, he has to look at his old who do you manage? Al Saad?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know the exact
Al
name.
Saad, yeah.
I think it was Al Saad. And
I just like
players
watching
from there.
the highlight clips of like look at.
And it was
Xavi.
one clip. It was one
Yeah,
singular
it was one
clip
clip.
of them doing like one tiki-taka play and
Oh, yeah,
scoring.
yeah.
And they're like,
The same clip.
Here's
Yeah.
what I'm worried about. I'm worried the Barca fans are gonna get on Xavi when the results don't improve, and because they won't be able to
I
like.
hope they don't.
And I really hope they don't, because it's not his fault. Because the results are gonna show that the team is just. They need to realize that they're just not good enough.
It's
Like
a
that's what it
complete
is.
mess.
They're
not the
just
same
not
Barca.
good.
What do you-
It's Arsenal Part 2.
Do you
Dude,
think
it's
they beat?
Arsenal
Do you think they
part
beat
two.
Napoli in the Europa League?
Oh, I was just gonna bring that up. I mean,
That's going to be a good game.
I saw the draw and I was just like.
I think
That's like one of the worst draws they could have got.
I think they'll get past Napoli.
That's like one of the best teams in the Europa League.
I think they get past Napoli, but I don't think they win the top.
I disagree. I think Napoli beat them.
Dude,
I think
Napoli's-
Napoli will beat them.
Napoli's
They
in
were
second
top.
place.
They were no. They were
Second place.
third, fourth.
Fourth now?
Yeah.
But they were top.
They were top
good.
for a
They were
while.
doing really good. I think they're just more a solid team. Like as
Yeah,
a team.
they're established.
I can see like I mean it's a 50-50.
There's
Maybe
potential.
60-40 Napoli.
Definitely potential for Napoli to win, but I mean, God, that'd be so shambolic.
If they get knocked out of the first, they didn't
playoff
even
round.
they haven't played a Europa League game yet. Their first Europa League matchup, they lose and get knocked out.
They're not
Oh
making
my god,
conference
they're a
league.
dumpster fire.
It's going to be mid-table.
Last time
Would
they went
you-
to Europa League, they got Messi after.
It was
So maybe-
01, wasn't it 01?
I think so.
Oh,
I don't know
well,
the year,
I
but
was
maybe
born
there's another
there.
Messi. Maybe they get another Messi.
Yeah.
Next Messi.
Bring
Well,
some
yeah,
guy
they
from
have
La
good
Masia.
Don't get me wrong, they have good youth players, but they're not ready. Like half that team is not ready to make that step right
They
now.
need like
The
2
thing
or
is-
3 years.
The last really good group of young players they had an established group of
Big players.
professional players that have been in the Barcelona team for a while. There's like 3 right now.
I
Yeah.
mean, who is it?
Like-
It's PK, Alba, and Busquets. And
Like that,
and they're
they've been
PK
there.
washed.
PK 34, Alba 32, Busquets.
I mean,
Like
now
how-
Alves too. He brought Alves in too for that.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And
He's like
Do you think-
37 now.
We can't
Alves
disrespect
is
Alves
40.
though.
Yeah,
Danny
he's good
Alves
point.
is 40.
We can't disrespect him.
But did you
I'm
see-
pretty sure he's has the most trophies ever won in Europe.
I don't disrespect him.
I
I'm just
think- I
saying
think he
he's
does.
washed. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah, but he
You're not
knows
gonna
how to
say
win
that.
though. He knows how to
Yeah,
win.
he knows
You know,
how
I
to
saw
win.
I
something.
know
Did you see
that.
the FIFA? I think it's the FIFA Pro like short list for like the best 11.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Danny Alves got in over Reece James.
Salah didn't get in.
Yeah,
Benzema didn't get in.
I don't want to hear it.
I mean that's a
no more.
whole other.
It's a
topic.
joke, it's a
It's a
joke.
whole other topic. But
What? Danny Alves got in?
It's like a short list
yeah,
of like
Danny Alves is
Bro.
this year. Yeah, over
The-
Reece
the
James.
FIFA Pro.
I
like,
think
It's
Reece.
the retirement home.
I mean, another hot take. I think Reece James is arguably, right now, best right back in the world.
no.
Arguably.
I mean, it's
just no.
It's Trent versus James.
Okay, sure.
I
Who-
don't,
who else-
I
I'll
don't
give
see
you
how
that.
you don't
Who
put
else are you
James.
gonna put?
I don't see how you don't put James in that
Hakimi.
conversation right now.
Hakimi.
I mean, he's just good. He's not. Like,
I mean,
PSG's not. Yeah, I'm like base player wise.
I would say
He's
so.
a good player. I don't think he's in form. He
PSG
just does his
PSG
job.
in general's not
He
informed.
just does his job.
I would say
Who?
PSG.
He's not
Oh yeah,
form.
of course. I was gonna talk there. I'm gonna talk.
Well,
about
who
that.
else though? There's nobody else.
Kyle Walker hasn't put a foot wrong. Like
Yeah,
I'm.
but
He's not flashy.
but
He doesn't get assists.
He's not over James and Arnold.
But,
though.
but
I don't say he's over.
He's
them,
up
but
there. I'd say top 10.
He
That's
doesn't
the
put a
thing,
foot
though.
wrong.
you.
The fact
I
that
mean-
Cancelo's doing so well is overshadowing like Kyle Walker
Well,
playing
he's
well. I'm just saying.
Cancelo's like playing left back.
Left
now.
back.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I would
Like
say.
just in general, like our fullbacks, like Cancelo's playing really well, so he's just
Okay,
overshadowing.
but he doesn't put a foot wrong. But is he scoring the goals like Reece James is?
I
Is he,
know
is he
that. That's
assisting
not
like
his- that's
Trent?
not his
He's
role.
not. Okay, it's not his role, but so I mean. I don't
As a
know.
right back,
With the amount of goals City scores, I expect him to maybe assist one. He's a right back. It's it's modern game. He should be getting up the field.
he does. He's
Okay.
involved.
So where are
He
the
doesn't
assists
assist. The assists are in Bernardo's feet. That's what
at?
they're.
Okay,
That's
well
where
then
they're.
he should get some assists then. I don't know.
I think as a right back, I'm not talking about as a wing back. As a wing back, Trent and I think your take is more of a wing back. Reece James and Trent are the best wing backs in the world. As a right back, Kyle Walker is, I would say, the best.
Okay, well
I still think James is better defensively than Walker. But Walker's good. Walker is good.
He's a Man
But-
City fan right here.
Who's catching up to Mbappe and Neymar except Kyle Walker?
Hakimi.
He's on the team.
Okay, but you asked who I answered.
Okay,
Who else?
one player in the world.
You don't need
That's
to,
on the
you don't need to outspeed him when Reece James'
No,
big
James
body is just gonna be like,
his strength
"Ooh."
is great. Like
He's pretty
Great.
fast now too, since he's slimmed down a little bit.
team. Sure, but he's all the way up the field, and they play a ball through. What is he going to do?
Okay, well-
he's gonna punch him back to the. No, he.
Okay, well that's part of the system. You can say the same thing for Kyle Walker. You said, it's not his job to get the assist. Okay, that's part of his system. Like it's the same thing with
Right.
Trent. If you put Kyle Walker in Trent's role, I think he's gonna struggle. Oh my goodness, no.
He won't be as good as Trent. He
I
won't
think- no,
struggle.
I think-
he won't struggle. He can hit a banger. He can curl a ball in. He's not going to put Trent numbers up.
He
I
does
agree.
not have the Trent's is clear with his passing, his
Great,
technique.
great. I would
ability.
give you that.
So he's
All-
going
all
to
day
struggle
long.
in his role because he's basically a midfielder.
He won't
for
struggle,
Liverpool.
but he just won't put up Trent's output.
He's so crucial to the way Liverpool play.
I like Walker, but I think it's clear that it's just James versus Arnold. and
I agree.
As
Hakimi.
wingbacks.
I agree.
and full
And right back.
I think the right
I
back
agree.
position in general. I put
The right back
Walker-
position has evolved.
Walker, arguably
The
top three.
fullback position is
Top three between
Right,
Walker.
you're basically
The
if you're
wing
a right back. You're basically a wing back at this point.
Not necessarily.
I
Well,
think so.
if you're
Bayern
playing
doesn't
out-
play that way.
Well, okay. If
Pavard is in the other
Pavard's a
half.
wing
if
back.
I'm taking if I'm
He's in the corner flag every attack.
And then they get exposed. You think Upamecano's
think-
covering for him?
okay, you anyway, right back or right wing back. You asked me to put it right back. I put Arnold or James.
Right now,
wing back,
sure.
Arnold or James. I think
I
Walker.
put James for
Walker
me.
fights for a third place with Hakimi.
Sure.
I think.
I'll give you that. I'll agree with that. Where are we with the hot take? Barcelona?
Yeah. Well, Barcelona that doesn't make Europe this year. That's my take.
It is what it is.
I like that.
You
I really
Should I
want
go?
to see that.
Okay. I wouldn't even say this is a hot take either because I see this happening, to be honest. And it's Musiala.
Musiala?
Oh yeah, shit, my bad. Oh wait, what?
Who are you talking about?
It's Musiala.
Musiala. Yeah,
okay.
Musiala is gonna win the Golden Boy Award next year.
Next year.
Was he in the
Yeah, because
contention for it this year?
who won? Pedro won this year, right?
Pedri,
Pedri,
yeah.
yeah.
Pedro, not Pedro. my bad.
Popularity contest.
Yeah, I mean the Golden Boy doesn't really matter for anything, but
I know,
but it just says. Do you think he's gonna be really good this coming year?
I mean, he's already good right now.
I
He's
agree.
playing for
I think
Bayern. He's scoring
underrated.
goals.
I think he's underrated.
He's only
I think he's
18.
underrated.
He's very underrated.
Do you think he stays with Bayern for a while?
I would not be surprised if a Prem team picks him up.
Here's
I
the
don't know.
problem.
Here's my thing with English players
Well,
going
but-
back to the Prem.
But he's not. No,
League,
he's not
you know.
English though.
He's not.
He's
No,
not
he
English.
was.
He switched to German.
Yeah, he switched. He's German.
He's
now.
German.
I think
He's German now.
I think
well, no,
he's
he's English, but he's German
Yeah.
now.
He has dual national. He had the choice England and
Yeah.
Germany.
What German?
He chose Germany. I think
I hope he doesn't go to the Prem.
here's the problem. I think there's so many Prem merchants out there, Prem tax. They just because they play in the Prem, they rate everybody higher than in other leagues, which I think is just wrong. I think I would agree with that. I could easily see him winning it next year. I mean, when I watch, he doesn't get playing time. Like he has so many midfielders in front of him. It's kind of tough
Yeah,
to
it
get
was
playing
sucks.
time sometimes.
Bayern has a lot of depth, especially in the wings.
So
But, you know,
like,
Kimmich is gone now.
yeah, so he's
So,
playing more. But
playing.
when I watch him
Is
play,
he
So's
like a,
washed.
is he like a cam or a center mid or what is he?
Both.
Both.
He's more of a cam, I would say.
Okay, yeah.
but he's
I mean,
the
Muller
way
usually
he
plays there.
the way he
so-
dribbles and he like his when he picks up the ball in midfield and he just drives with it. That's what his best feature is, in my opinion. His
Okay.
best trait. He can score. He can assist. Like he just needs to start getting with it. I mean,
If he gets like a really good run of form and he like establishes himself with the Bayern team, I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna.
I'd
push
say
him.
2 years. I think he's still a little too young right now. But
he's 18. No,
He's
Yeah,
18?
18. I mean, but 18 and starting for Bayern, even in Champions League games,
yeah,
and
I think
scoring
he's
in
very
Champions
good.
League games.
Once he overtakes Muller in the German team, I think that'll be really good for him.
I think he's
That's,
Muller's replacement in the Bayern team.
That's what I'm,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
he
saying.
is. He's not going anywhere.
Once Muller fades out,
I mean, Muller's got 2 years left max.
you think?
He's like
He's
33.
playing,
I
yeah,
see-
but he's playing.
He's playing
He's
well.
playing well.
He's not even like slowing down.
I see Muller.
2 years left. I mean, at the top level.
I
Top
see-
level.
I see Muller.
He's 32.
I think he stays there until he
32.
retires.
He
No,
will.
I
He
think
will.
it goes
No,
MLS.
just like Lam. I don't think he'll pull a Schweinsteiger and
No.
go to the MLS because you know
I can see
Schweinsteiger
it
only came here for
No,
his
I can
wife.
definitely see him.
I don't know. I think he retires there, dude.
Here's
Because
the thing,
that's his
I
club.
think- I
Like
think
he's
Mort-
been there since.
He supported since a
Yeah.
kid. He's
I
gonna
agree.
retire
I
there.
think that's-
He's gonna retire there.
And I think he just stays long just as like that older player. For
Even
the
if he
younger
doesn't
kids.
play?
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't play, I think he'll still be there.
Because he's like a huge presence. He's a big voice, locker room guy.
3 years
I
will make
agree.
a difference. I think you have to look at that in 2-3 years, and you. But
I think he has the capability to put a lot of like be a really good player on the pitch, but I just think Bayern's gonna have a lot of young like cams and center forwards and like players that are gonna come through and need that like and they're gonna be playing well on form. They're gonna want that role and I think he's too good to be sitting on the bench, in my opinion. Right now, at least, maybe. In a
Right
year or
now
two.
he's in the first
yeah,
team.
right now.
But I'm
Maybe in a
saying
year.
2-3 years.
Maybe if he slows down, then I could see it. But yeah, he's putting numbers up. But Musiala, I can really see that happening. I like how he plays, and I think
I just want to give because of these Prem tax merchants, I've been thinking about it. I want to give a shout out to Florian Wirtz as well on Leverkusen, because I think he's going to be up there. Him and Musiala in the German national team is going to be dangerous.
Ooh, wow.
As
I didn't
attacking
realize those
dude,
guys.
those two, the
He's
link up with those
Wirtz
two.
only like 17, right?
And if you look at the German national team come up with the striker on Salzburg, Adeyemi, so those three up front just to get that triangle.
Sane, forget about
Sane Gnabry, oh my goodness.
What are they gonna
Not-
Can't forget Werner.
Werner's not getting in over Adeyemi in like a couple years. So it's
They might be
looking,
good.
they are going to be good again.
Interesting.
Just need a defense.
Nah.
What do you mean,
Just
nah?
outscore the team. Make the entertaining
7-6
game.
games.
Yeah, 7-6. I'm down for some 7-6 games.
I think Neuer's gonna be in goal until he's 50.
Yo, I feel bad for Ter Stegen.
Oh, for Ter Stegen?
Ter
Look at
Stegen.
him washed.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
he is washed.
Dude, he's bad right now.
Dude, that Sane one was bad. I know the ball had like so much knuckle and
No.
movement on it, but he had like 10 years to look at the ball. Like, come on, dude. Sane, like the fact that Sane knew, probably he knows from the Germany trainings. He's just like, oh, let me just hit this from 50 yards out. He's just like, these
He won't get
he won't get this.
Dude,
Probably.
I think Ter Stegen's gone in the summer, bro. He's so bad right
Well, they should, because they could still get decent money for Ter Stegen.
Who are they going to replace him with?
Neto. They'll find some Spanish.
They'll go to the youth academy, find some 12-year-old.
They'll pull some Spanish guy from Villarreal.
They need money. I think they.
They'll take some guy from the Liga team from like Villa. They'll take Araujo. They'll take somebody.
Put Piqué in that.
I think they.
Why
do
would
better
someone
job.
from Villarreal come to Barca?
Because they're gonna pay for him with their debt money.
With what money? Their
Exactly.
Monopoly money? They're going to reach for the Monopoly
no, that's what they're gonna do.
I think they get rid of De Jong and Ter Stegen and just help free, because you can get a good money for De Jong and that could help.
Take Ferran. I don't care. Take Ferran
Yeah,
Torres.
like, why are they trying to buy Ferran Torres for 60 mil? What are they doing?
Oh, it's like basically finalized. It's like done
With what money? Where is this money coming from? The sky?
from the cloud. I don't know.
Chavi.
All right, what's your hot take?
Okay, here we go. My hot take. Oh, this is kind of goes with what we were saying. Yeah.
Can we top 3?
So, I think at this moment in time, La Liga is currently the worst out of the top 5 leagues.
Agree.
Really?
I agree with you.
Really?
Guys, get mad in the comments. I want to hear it. Come
agree.
get this smoke.
I still think Ligue 1's the worst one still.
I prepared some things. Here's what my argument is. I say
It's
obviously-
those two fighting for it.
Yeah, I
definitely.
agree with that. Those two are fighting for it. The simple fact that Ligue 1, you have Lyon in 13th place. You have Lille in 11th. You have Monaco in 8th. And you have Lens in 6th. The top 5
All
is
because of Frankowski. What?
the Chicago Fire's own man. We have PSG in first on 45. And obviously,
What's the
PSG,
lead? What's the lead?
it's 13 points.
Well, La Liga's
Here's the thing.
similar.
PSG, they
Or
just get
worse.
these. Oh, well, yeah, it's barely worse.
What is it?
Which is why.
Is it 12?
Madrid and 42,
Madrid and-
and then Sevilla's on 34.
Yeah.
But Sevilla does have a game in hand.
Exactly. So let's say Sevilla win a game and it's closer, or they lose and it's the same. PSG, you get these scrappy results. They always concede against these bad teams. Like,
Bro, it's because they have 3 players who don't track back.
dude, they're losing 2-0 against Rennes. They're barely beating Angers 2-1. Like, they're barely beating Bordeaux 3-2. They're. I don't. That's what I'm saying.
I still don't think.
Are they playing Navas or
Donnarumma.
Navas has been playing.
Yeah, I don't think Donnaruma's not even like he came there to play and he's not even playing.
He plays
He
Champions
gets
League games.
No, he doesn't. He gets the occasional Champions League.
Yeah,
game.
he doesn't even
Yeah.
play Champions
Not every
League, I'm pretty
Champions League
sure.
game.
Why'd they bring him in?
I hated them bringing him
I don't know
in.
why. I don't know why he
Might
went
ruin
there.
his career. Why did he go there?
'Cause he's
Money.
I'm not gonna
They're
lie.
probably paying him like a fucking $1 million.
I would,
a week.
if I was him, I would end up going to Juve.
I would have stayed at Milan for a little bit. They're doing well.
Get
And then
a
go to Juve
one-year
eventually.
contract
Yeah,
at
and-
Milan and then go to Juve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
kind
can't
of-
replace Chesney.
No, dude,
At
Chesney's
Juve.
so bad.
Juve's
So
having.
Chesney's having a shitter
He's
right
so
now.
bad, dude. He's
Juve's,
so bad.
Juve's having quite a few problems right
Juve's
now. As
Oh,
well.
Juve's
So
horrendous.
my top 5 leagues, I have it as Prem, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga, La Liga.
I think for that second place, it's a toss-up. Bundesliga and
The only
Serie
reason
A.
why I have Serie A ahead of him is because from first to 4th place,
It's so
four.
close.
It's 4
I
points.
think Serie A is
So
over.
close.
Because here's the other thing: in Europe, Serie A teams compete. I mean,
lot
Bundesliga
better.
only Bayern's competing. Dortmund
Right
did not.
now, only
Dortmund's
Bayern's
shocking.
completing, but the past couple of years, there have been some strong
Right.
Bundesliga teams in the Champions League.
But here, I'll ask Conrad because he's a Bayern guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the top 6 of Bundesliga is right now, without looking it up?
All right, well, I just looked it up, so I can't tell you. Okay, I
Patrick,
haven't
what do
really
you,
looked
what,
at
what do you
it.
think
Hang
it
on.
is?
I mean, we had this conversation like
Right,
last
we did.
week.
But I just want to think. What do you think it is?
I know Bayern's in there. I know Dortmund's in there.
Okay.
I know Union Berlin is in there.
Not top 6.
Top
They
6.
were last week.
Mhm.
They're
They're 8
they're
right now.
8th.
They're 8th. Leverkusen is there. I don't think Mönchengladbach's in. They're not having too hot of a
Mm-mm.
season.
I'm surprised by those top 6.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
Very much.
Who's been doing good? Isn't Freiburg there?
Yeah.
Mhm. They're
Freiburg's a decent team. They got some
Hoffenheim
hard
is
play.
also in there.
Hoffenheim's
They've won the
also.
past 4 games.
And then that's all of it.
And
And then
Mainz.
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 is in
Oh,
6,
okay.
which is also a surprise because
You have
They're usually kind of bad.
you have Gladbach in 13th.
Uh-huh.
You have Wolfsburg in 11th. You've got Leipzig in 9th.
I mean, I feel like the
That's what I
Wolfsburg.
just
The
think.
Wolfsburg's like decent. They did all right in Champions League this year.
Yeah, they did.
They
okay.
competed really well in that group. I think the Europe games just kill your team if you don't have depth. It
Right.
does.
Wolfsburg's last 5 games have been 4 losses and a draw.
All their new
Yeah.
manager incoming. In a second.
I mean, I just think Serie A, just because of the tightness of the race, between 5th and 10th, it's 6 points.
Okay, but what are you rating these leagues by? Entertainment or like or how
Not
good the teams
entertainment,
are?
by the competition of the league and just
Oh,
how,
how-
and,
so
and,
how
and the
com-
quality of of the league.
Of how
I
competitive
think you have,
teams
to take
are.
you have to take all of those factors into.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely a
together.
combining thing. I just think
So look at La Liga and it's just like Real Madrid's
Dude,
just killing it right
you have
now.
Madrid,
And they're not
obviously.
Like I would understand if Madrid was killing it and they were like an insane team, but like I don't think they're.
Dude, you look
I
at
think
like
they're
the,
okay. They're
last
not
year and the year
crazy.
before, they were shocking.
Who?
Madrid. I don't
Oh,
think.
yeah, last year they were
I don't think
shocking.
Madrid is that good.
They're not that good. That's
And-
that's
and-
my basis of La Liga being last.
and like the fact that they're not that good, it's just like La Liga looks rough.
I still think La Liga over Liga, in my opinion.
I mean,
I think there's still some solid teams in La Liga. I mean,
there is like 3 solid teams.
Betis is overlooked. I think.
Betis is okay. Sevilla's okay. Atletico's not having a great time.
I-
right
They're
now.
still, but Atletico's still a good team. Man,
They are a good
They're
team.
still a good team.
Man, you
I'm
draws
talking, like,
Atletico, you're still worried. Like
European wise, like if you face Atletico in Europe, you're worried a little bit. I think in
Okay.
La Liga, they're not.
I
having a
agree
good
with
season.
Will. I would put Liga on probably last, and then La Liga ahead of
It's
them.
close.
But they're not fighting for
pull up
third.
the league on table.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing.
They're not fighting for third.
And I know I'm basing a lot of this off Europe, but I think you come up against an Atletico Madrid, a Sevilla, a Betis, you look like, okay, that's a tough game.
Sure.
You come up Liga, it's really, I mean, sure, Leon can give you a game, I think, but
Kyle,
maybe,
much-
Kyle could tell you about that.
yeah. But maybe Lille, but I mean, even Chelsea, I think, are okay with getting Lille.
Leon knocked out
Would-
Juventus last year, no?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean,
No.
they're
Leon.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Last year they knocked you out.
No, they didn't. We were in the final.
Oh, I'm
No,
washed.
2 years
It
ago.
was 2 years ago.
2
You
years
guys got
ago.
knocked out by Lyon.
Yeah, in the semifinal. They knocked out Juventus before us.
Then Bayern won.
I mean, hey, that year we had there
Monaco a couple of years ago.
was last. Okay, that was like 5 years ago. Calm down.
Mbappe Frappy, bro. It was crazy.
The glitch.
The
And,
glitch
and Bernardo
himself.
and Bernardo
And Falcao, bro. You watch Colombian score
and
against
the
you.
kid toucher Ben Mendy.
Prison FC.
I mean, the Bayern year there was PSG, Lyon in the semifinal.
No, that's fair. It's fair, but still,
They're
I think
D's. They're D's.
I think currently, let's just say you're a Chelsea or Man U, you get drawed. I mean, you get drawn with Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. I mean, you're worried. I think you're okay with a Lille. I think you're okay with a Lyon.
Sevilla.
I
right
think,
now.
I think
It's not
No, Sevilla's no. I mean, well, I'm just saying hypothetically.
as a
But-
casual, you're not afraid of Lille. I think if you're a manager, I'm scared.
I was about to bring that up. I think Chelsea fans are being disrespectful to Lille.
100%.
Lille have a
They
very
have a
good
good
team.
team.
100.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
so ready for them to get beat by Lille. Oh my
I think
goodness.
with the way Chelsea's playing, I think they're being disrespectful. They're like celebrating like they've already won. I think they will give them a very good game because they have some very good young players.
Especially if there's
Very
still
good.
COVID
It's
problems
gonna
or
be
injury
like
problems.
Spurs versus Dynamo.
If Lille play Bamba on the right side, it's a win.
Oh,
You think Alonso's stopping Bamba? You think Marcos Alonso or Saul? You think they're stopping him? No. What are they gonna do?
I mean, a lot of people are saying David, the Canadian striker,
Oh, yeah,
it's going to be his breakout game
Oh, I
for
hope
everybody
so.
to see.
Well, he's the
I
top
hope
scorer
so.
in Ligue 1. So.
He is the top scorer.
He's having a season.
Linked to
I still think Chelsea gets through that, but
Okay.
No, nope.
I
There's
think
no
just
chance
just
from
because
Arsenal.
Chelsea's had a bad 2 weeks, I don't think.
Just let it happen.
I don't know. That's gonna be really interesting. I'm
It's
definitely
gonna be
watching
wild.
that.
It's going to be a good game. All right. Last hot take. Villarreal will get the better of Juve. I think they win. I think I can see this happening.
I-
this
Oh,
so.
yeah, I think so.
Uh,
I can
you-
see it happening.
some
very
context.
easily.
I hope so.
Juventus cannot score goals.
I had that down actually.
They had no goal
I had
scorers.
Villarreal winning.
Who's your striker? Is Morata still playing there?
Yep.
He's washed.
Dybala is their top scorer with 5 goals, I believe.
Yeah, but he's always injured.
But that makes it even worse. How is your injured merchant have 5 goals in December. They're 6th in Serie A, and their top goal scorer has 5 goals. That is bad. Villarreal, let's not get it twisted. They're 13th in La Liga. They're struggling.
They're still a good team.
But they're a strong team, you know. Unai Emery is just a
Masterclass.
knockout game merchant. I think it's going to be low scoring. They can't score, and I think they just fight out the result. They'll get it.
Well, I mean, you know, Juve, they're going to defend the whole time.
Yeah.
It'll be a 1-0.
It's going to be like
probably.
them just both defending, and I think Villarreal will get it. I just see that happening.
I think it's 1-0 over 2 legs.
Over 2 legs.
I can see it.
That's possible. That would be rough.
Me personally, I have 3-2 Villarreal, but
I have 2-1 Villarreal. So it's very low scoring over 2 games. So I could 100% see that happening. I don't know. Get some Danjuma action, you know, from Villarreal. I think he's gonna. Huh?
FIFA merch.
How?
I'm
Danjuma's
kidding.
been fantastic
I
this
know.
year.
I really am looking forward to seeing Juve and Chelsea both getting knocked out.
You think they will?
I think so. It's gonna be like
Hey, let's
amazing.
hope. Be easier for me.
Okay, my own boy. I just think it's gonna make Champions League so much more interesting, and it's gonna prove that like these big teams aren't invincible, and it's gonna just put so much more pressure on Juve and Chelsea's higher ups and their managers because they aren't doing well, but they're coasting on these little like crappy results they're getting.
They are just coasting.
They're coasting, and then it's gonna really like
I
put
think
some pressure.
Chelsea is gonna struggle.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right.
I'm so tired of these fanboys in the Twitter and the Instagram just putting a picture of Mason Mount with the UCL trophy. It's like, okay, you're washed.
I mean, I just see things all the
It's
time.
like you with KDB though.
I'm still
No,
not.
it's not.
I'm not worried about Chelsea, to be honest.
You're not?
Not at all. If I was Lil, I'd be like
No, I mean I don't see Chelsea struggling. I still think they win comfortably.
Really?
comfortably.
I can see them winning. I mean, well,
If Rudiger
Will-
has
If Lil
if he's
played-
off
no,
of his game a little bit, David's gonna punish him.
if Lil played like a Man United, sure, absolutely. But I think Chelsea under Tuchel, yes, they're on a rough patch right now, but ultimately they're going to refine their ground, and they're still a good team. I think you're hitting the panic button a little too hard on Chelsea.
The only way I see
No,
them going
no.
through is if Lukaku comes back and he's on good form. Otherwise, no.
That's a big if.
That's what I'm saying.
David the Punisher.
I think David's gonna have a good game, and he's gonna silence the haters, man.
You know?
Silence the little
Breakout
Chelsea
ga-
fanboys.
I hope he has a breakout game.
That'll be good to
Alright.
watch. That was a hot take.
That's everybody's.
Yeah.